Welcome, everybody. We're back. We're not on a cricket field. We're in Jono's backyard.
It's a great backyard.
It is an amazing backyard. We've done a lot of stuff that we shouldn't have done here. Mom's pretty upset that we've mashed up a few plants.
Yeah.
Not too far from the backyard cricket arena. Yeah, might have to get you in there and throw a few tape balls at you, but that's not what this is for. We are going to get inside of Dan's brain a little bit and ask him a few questions. Who he is. Who is Dan? I don't think anybody knows. Nobody's ever interviewed you.
I don't think anybody has, you know.
Exactly. So we need to know, who are you?
What's going on inside my head?
That's the first question.
A worry.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who is Dan?
I mean, I'm a 35-year-old English YouTuber that makes cricket videos.
Sounds like the dream.
That's a really good summary.
Yeah.
Also commentate at Northants, which is
Nice.
a lot of fun.
Nice.
Something I never, ever thought I would end up doing.
Yeah.
But then I could say a lot of things I never thought I'd end up doing.
Exactly.
Sitting in Jono's backyard talking to a test cricketer, it would be another one I
In
never
Trinidad.
thought I was going to do. In Trinidad, yeah. So it's a long list of things that I've done that I never, ever thought would have been possible.
That's awesome. Why did you start cricket? What got you into it? What was the earliest memories? Those kind of things.
Earliest memory, and very earliest memory, is a really negative one.
Okay.
So I used to swim a lot as a kid, and I was pretty good. I mean, you jumped in the pool, you swam up and down, you just had to do it quicker than the next person, and I was all right at that. And I went to a cricket session, so the club that I play at now, and I hated it.
Oh, no.
I hated every second of it. I got back home.
Why do you hate it?
I found it so boring. And I think it was because of the person delivering the session, looking back. It was very, very kind of stereotypical, how you would assume kind of an English kind of old man cricket coaching session would be. It was like the ball's on the cone, hit it straight, stand quietly, get the ball back, put it back. And I hated it. And bearing in mind, like, my training for swimming was jump in the pool, swim there, swim back, get out.
That's it.
How was that more boring than cricket?
Yeah.
So that was tough. That was tough. But yeah, here I am now, which is incredible. But my love for it started in 2005.
Okay.
I was meant to be revising for exams.
Nice.
And it was I think it might have been the last series that was on like free-to-air TV in the UK. Obviously the England-Australia Ashes in 2005. And I mean, if you were going to stumble across a series to watch for the first time, 2005 is probably the best one.
I've watched it a million times on YouTube.
Got the DVD box set. Incredible. I mean, hopefully they'll keep making DVD players so they can still be watched. Otherwise, I don't know what happens. Whilst I was meant to be revising, I sat there, watched that, and I think really quickly kind of fell in love with it.
Awesome.
There were so many big personalities in that series, and so many incredible moments. When you think back to like Flintoff and Brett Lee, kind of consoling like Brett Lee in the middle of the pitch. I think that one that went down to like the last ball to win that Test match, or the last wicket went down there. Flintoff broke one of the windows. Shane Warne was involved as well, and like there were so many bigger than life personalities. It was really difficult not to love it.
Sweet. That's awesome. Is that where Mind the Windows Tino came from? Because he broke one, you wanted Tino to break one?
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been. It could have been. I mean, we're unearthing things.
Talking about 2005, I'm guessing your favorite ever cricketer may have came from that era?
Yeah, you'd think as an Englishman it'd be Freddie, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
and it should be Freddie.
He was awesome.
It really should be Freddie. But I can sit here, and whether this gets any hate or not, I don't know. But Shane Warne.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved everything about what that guy did on a cricket field.
Sweet.
I don't whether it was like his body language, like mannerisms, and just like watching it for the first time and watching somebody manage to kind of what I thought was kind of throw something and get so much kind of deviation and turn and bounce and drift from bowling. I was just mesmerized by it. So
the rest of his soul, I think he is the best spinner to touch earth. The wickets he's taken, and what he did for Test cricket, I think he revolutionized leg spin.
I think so. I think so. And he has a straight elbow as well. So.
Yeah.
Can we have that bit in there?
Yeah, of course he's going to get in there. What does cricket and YouTube mean to you?
I think it's my life.
Right.
Like that is it. And Sam, who's sat behind Jono right now, will be really fed up with it sometimes. But it is like I can't look past the fact that it is my life.
Yeah.
Whether I need to take more of a break of it from times or not, maybe. But I think it's so important. I love YouTube as a platform.
Yep.
I think it kind of creates a place for people to be able to make whatever content they want to make and showcase personalities. I love the fact that if nobody kind of buys into that person, they never have to watch that person again.
Yeah.
You turn on the news like you don't like the news presenter and you want to watch the news, you have no choice. You have to engage that person. if YouTube, you click on someone's video and you think, that bloke's a knob, never have to watch them again. And I think that's kind of brutal, but I like it. And that kind of, it's a little bit like batting, actually.
Okay.
Kind of make one mistake there, and you maybe never ever come back again. So, and I think as well, as a platform, and for myself and other creators that aren't in the mainstream, that are kind of going out there and kind of fledging a career in this, like pioneering it, I think there's a little bit of like guardianship to almost promote amateur cricket. Because I don't think many people do that.
No.
I don't think you see the ECB or the Test cricketers or the BCCI or the IPL like really kind of pushing Test cricket village cricket to the floor. Yeah. And village cricketers make up what? 98.5% of people playing it? Yeah. Like there's a very small portion of people like yourself that are in that kind of real top percent. So.
Agreed. Yeah. And well, YouTube has given you the opportunity to come to Trinidad. You went to Sri Lanka. You've gone places because of it. Yeah. Which is, I'm sure, when it started and before it even started, you would have never expected cricket and YouTube to take you there.
I think if I hadn't have done YouTube, I'd suspect there'd be a lot of places I've been to that I never ever would have gone at all. Trinidad being probably the main one. As we've spoken about, like we get told not to come to Trinidad because it's dangerous. So you're not going to book a holiday out to Trinidad.
Unless you have Jono and Josh to carry you everywhere.
Exactly. I mean, that helps. That really does help.
A little bit of a fun one. What's the most village thing that you have seen?
Only one.
You can, if you have a couple.
There's thousands. There's top five. I've turned up to one ground, and there was a guy driving a pickup truck around the outfield with like a mower attached to the back of it, cutting the outfield before we started playing. That's one of five. Yeah. Number two, I turned up and they'd have like birds had like pecked holes in the wicket. Yeah. So they were down there with like a bag of dirt, like filling the holes in on the wicket we were going to play on. Just this year, I saw someone try to take a catch and misread where a bench was like this and ended up sat on the bench. Completely misjudged the catch. That went for 6. What else have I seen? I've seen. We've had dogs like run across the field when we've had to stop. We've had various kind of fights break out from people that shouldn't be walking across cricket fields. That's always quite exciting. Anything else, village? Black socks. That's always a nice that happens in Test cricket. Yeah, it shouldn't be done. It shouldn't be done. It shouldn't be.
I've seen a cow stop a whole 4-day game. Yeah. So it rained one day. The outfield got a bit wet in part of the pitch, and overnight the cow walked over the pitch, and there were cow holes there were holes because of the cow's foot, massive, like that big. And the cricket wasn't played that was on the first day, and we had no cricket for the rest of 3, and that was first-class cricket.
That's first-class cricket. First-class cricket. Have you ever played on a cricket ground that's got a road running through it?
In club cricket? Yeah. Running like straight through?
Through the not through the
pitch, but the outfield.
But through the outfield.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a few of those.
Yeah, you got to stop for the cars?
Well, there's a sign that asks people to stop. They don't
Some
always
people
stop.
Don't.
No.
That's awesome. We know you have a series on YouTube that is trying to get your first 100. It's the milestone every batsman wants to reach. Yeah. How did it start? Why do you want to make a series about it? What's it about?
So I think it'd be really easy for me just to stick a GoPro on the top of my head and walk out to the middle, try and score some runs and say thanks very much for watching and go home. But actually, I felt like I had a really good opportunity there to try and link all of these videos together. It's clearly something I haven't done. I think my closest or my best is 67. So I'm still a long, long way from where I need to be. But it just felt like a really good opportunity to tie in any match day footage that I do, some opportunity to work with coaches and have sessions that maybe I wouldn't have filmed otherwise because maybe it wouldn't have had a place. And actually I can kind of talk to people specifically about that as a goal rather than just go, oh, can you help me hit the ball better? Like that's okay. And I'm sure a good coach would probably help with that. But actually because I've got a goal and because I've got something in mind for them and be able to work on, I think that really helps. And I love the idea of the story of it. And maybe at the point that it does happen, which would be amazing if it does, I've got all of these videos that I'll be able to go back through and see every single step of the journey in helping me get to that stage, which could then turn into a video itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Which would be really cool to be able to kind of document it and diarize it. And yeah, hopefully people have kind of enjoyed the few good bits that I put out, and obviously what is very relatable for a lot of people is you fail a lot in cricket.
Exactly.
And I don't ever want to not post those.
You fail a lot more times than you succeed. But we've done some work on this trip so far. I hope that what I have, some of the mental side and the batting side of things can help you get to that. Dan will have some videos of me trying to teach him how to play cricket. So when that does come out, please check it out. I think he's hitting the ball really well. I've been throwing some quick side arms down at him at the moment.
That's why I'm so sweaty.
He's been, it's not the heat.
No, definitely not the heat. It was nerves. Pure nerves.
And he's been facing them. So I think the 100 is just around the corner.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope so. Just better make sure I got the batteries charged. Imagine that.
You miss it.
Yeah. Get to like 75 and just go. Boop, boop,
boop. I think that's in a cricketer, YouTuber career. That might be the worst sound ever.
Could be.
Has it ever happened?
It hasn't, no. Only when I've been keeping, and no one really cares about that. So.
Who likes keeping?
Yeah, no one likes keeping.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the future? What is in store 2025 beyond? What do you want to do?
Such a great question. I think it's really obvious to say that YouTube. I think YouTube can continue, but I think YouTube will forever be adaptable.
Yeah.
And I think it has been throughout the career that I've had so far. It's always adapted. It's always kind of reacted to trends. The big thing on the horizon is obviously age.
Yeah.
And in my head, and people might disagree, but there will come a point that I think certain video types will just end up looking a little bit silly.
Okay.
Like 45, 50-year-old me trying to face up against an 85 mile an hour sidearm.
Yeah.
Or, here I am facing like England's new 18-year-old leg spinner, for example.
Yeah.
Just silly. Like,
I mean, I'm sure people will watch it
potentially.
though.
Potentially.
Who doesn't want to see a 50-year-old man get battered by an 85 mile an hour sidearm?
Yes, it depends which 50-year-old man it is. Some of them are quite nice. Some of them are pretty horrible. And yeah, you're right, I wouldn't mind it. Did you remember the Piers Morgan thing against Brett Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd pay to watch that.
Me too.
So I think diversification, I think is going to be important. It's already started with the commentary.
Right.
Like I think I said, something I never ever thought I would do.
Yeah.
I got an opportunity from Northants last summer. They kind of asked me and they said, well, would you like to come and give it a go? Because they'd bought their commentary in-house. And I went, well, I've never done it before. I don't really know what I'm doing, but yeah, if you want to, like,
what better place to learn than on the job?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
And they said, well, come along. You can have the first four 4-day fixtures. I said, cool. Got to the end of day one, and they said, what are you doing for the rest of the summer? And by which point in my career, my diary was looking pretty empty. So they caught me at a good time. So I said, yes, please, I'll take everything. So I did the championship, which was Division 1 last year, the T20 Blast, the One Day Cup. Got to the end of that summer, and they went, look, we think you've done a really good job. We'd like to give you a retainer. We'd like to give you a bit more security. Can you come back next year? Came back, did it again this year. Really, really good. Felt like I got better. Felt like I got more confident. Do it with a really, really educated and interesting guy as well, which helps. And they've already kind of pinned me in for 2025. So
awesome.
Hopeful that I can use that and maybe go some different places around the world through the winter to do some the T20 stuff, which would be a lot of fun because I love the T20 Blast.
Yeah.
Commentary on the Blast is so much fun.
I'll have to get in the commentary booth with you one day.
Let's do it.
I'm there.
I think you'll probably get free pass to whatever you want, to be fair. I think I might have to work slightly harder. Josh's TV just lands on the desk and just goes, test cricketer, and people just go, yeah, done.
You don't even have to talk any sense, we just want your name.
Exactly.
Obviously, you're in Trinidad, you've traveled here to make some content, vacation. It's a workcation, that's what we said on the first day.
Yeah.
But where's somewhere or someone that you would like to travel to, and where next would you like to go?
I'd always want to film with someone that wanted to do it, and that would always be something that I would always throw back to people. It's like you could give me the biggest name, if they didn't want to do it, I'd rather not. I'd rather do it with somebody that actually wanted to be there because you get a much better experience.
Yeah.
In terms of like a destination, India has got to be the answer because I'm so curious as to see how fanatical like fans are. What a day of life in India looks like, and what the food is like, what the transport is like, what the weather's like, how like cricket bats are made in India. The pickup games in the street with like the tape ball and people are swinging it miles. Like the Maidan, is it in Mumbai? When they've got like 25 games of cricket going on the same field. Like imagine going off to see that.
That's a sight. That is a sight.
Genuinely incredible. Or if I wanted a bit more of a comfortable place, then probably Australia. Because that would probably be quite good fun.
Yeah, agreed.
Ashes in Australia would be.
Oh, that has to be on your bucket list.
Yeah, for sure. If I can kind of get some views back on the videos, and maybe 25, 26 could be an option.
You guys heard it. Go and watch Dan's videos so you can go to the Ashes.
Please.
Or Sam will give you it for Christmas.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks, Josh.
Manas, comment below.
Yeah.
What's been the highlight of this season?
This season? We won the league.
Oh, shit.
We won our league. Did I contribute as much to it as what I would have liked to? Probably not. But yeah, Eastergate, got promoted from Division 7 in the West Sussex League to Division 6 next year, which I think we'll do pretty well in again.
Yeah.
I think we'll do okay. And we lost 2 games all year, one of which I didn't play, so it wasn't my fault. The other one we did play, and I was knocked out for a long time and left a lot of runs left out there, and that was my fault, which is why we lost. Which was great. I felt like I kept well.
Very good.
Which is always, I think, helpful, and you contribute that way.
Yeah.
Did I score the runs that I would have liked to? No. I felt like I left a lot of opportunity out there. And it was only the last home game of the season in a game that we'd already been promoted in, so it didn't really matter. We'd already won the league. That I got I think it was 52 not out to win the game, which was really nice.
Right.
Nice place to finish. Would I have liked to have done it a bit earlier? Yes. But yeah, maybe the pressure was off and maybe, I don't know. But yeah, winning the league is always good. We fluffed the T20. Would have been great to have done the double.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the video with Karen Nair as well, Test match triple century. I know he's not played many Test matches,
but he still has a Test match triple.
You don't give them away, do you?
I would love for somebody to give it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I would imagine a lot of people would quite like to give it away. I'd take 100.
Yeah.
I'm not greedy.
It's awesome. Rapid fire.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to finish. A little game for you. So we'll get straight into it.
Ready.
Who would you rather have in your team? Virat or Joe Root?
Joe Root.
Why?
Transport would be cheaper. All I'd have to do is give Joe Root a tank of petrol to come down to Slindon, whereas Virat, I'm going to have to go business class flights.
First class. Business. First class.
Sorry, I forgot there was more than better than business.
Oh.
First class
I haven't
flights,
flown
maybe even a private jet, to be fair. And YouTube doesn't pay that well. Then I'd have to pick him up from the airport.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it would get more views.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe.
All right. What number would I bat in your village team?
Anywhere you wanted.
Yeah?
Yeah, 1 through 11.
Can I open the bowling as well?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, I'm there.
And you could keep.
I'll be there.
You're slow enough, to be fair. You could bowl and then you could get down the other end and keep. So.
Not with sidearm.
Not with a sidearm, no. But yeah, honestly, that would be one of my dream things. I know this is a quick fire thing.
Yeah.
Imagine opening the batting with yourself.
That'd
and
be
getting
awesome.
your impression
of
a real classic English village cricket match.
I would love to.
That would be so good.
I'm going to come and we're going to do it.
That would be so good.
We'll get Jonah to come down as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Dream collab. I know you have I'm the Dream. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I've already peaked. I've peaked.
So who would be second?
Let's go numbers. Let's go Virat.
Virat, okay.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could get a couple of hours of his time.
Oh yeah. He's a good man.
I'm sure he is. Yeah. Well, he gave your mum a hug.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, Virat Kohli doesn't hug everybody.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. What cricketer would you have liked to have played with from back in the day?
Freddie.
Freddie.
Yeah, I know I said Warren was my guy, but I think Freddie.
Yeah.
I just feel like he would have been hilarious on the cricket field. Off the cricket field, jeez, I don't know whether my liver would have handled it, anything like that, but yeah, imagine getting to stand with him. First slip, second slip, just chatting to him all day would have been so good.
That's a sight to see.
Non-strikers and just watching him just whack it as well.
If you weren't doing YouTube, what would you do?
I'd be sad. What would I do? When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a Formula One driver.
Okay.
We didn't have much money, so
Were you as good as Lewis Hamilton?
Possibly better. It's hard to tell.
We'll never know.
Exactly.
We'll go with it though.
Exactly. I could have flown you to Monaco instead. That could have been the difference.
We can still do that.
We could have played cricket on a yacht. Yeah, it could have been an option.
Let's meet in Monaco.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I love motorsport.
Yeah.
And ideally, that would have been somewhere I would have loved to have worked. But I just love sport.
Yeah.
If I was involved anywhere in sport, it would have been great.
It's awesome.
I love making cricket bats, actually. Maybe I could have been a bat maker.
Maybe.
I could still do that.
Yeah.
I could make you a bat.
I would use it. Just stick a Greenicle stick on it, and it'll be good.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Well, that's all I have for you now. I appreciate your time, and I hope you're enjoying Trinidad. We have a lot more to do. We have a couple of days left.
Yeah.
But whenever this video goes out, I want you guys to support Dan. Look at the videos he's been producing here. I've been coaching him, so you let me know if I have a career. You go over and subscribe, follow, like, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.